So let's look at this problem number 20 here because some of you had a question. Well, first of all, the intuition is we try substitution. If you substitute h being 0, you realize your problem becomes find the limit of f of 3 plus 0, hence f of 3. Oops, sorry about that. Minus f of 3 divided by 0, so it's a 0 over 0 type of problem, so we really have to figure something else out in order to solve it. So, well, in order to solve it, with the general idea is some kind of factoring, and my numerator is not super clear here, so I want to find my numerator. Well, f of 3 is easy. F of 3 is simply root of 3 minus 6. So the question is, what's the f of 3 plus h? F of, what's the problem here? Sorry about that. F of 3 plus h is square root of 3 plus h. You are replacing your x by whatever is put in the parentheses. So this is what you end up with. So your problem changed into finding the difference between those two and then divided by h. So let's try to carry out my calculation. I'm run out of space, so let me put it here. So I have limit h approaches 0 for root of 3 plus h minus 6, subtract the second part, which is f of 3, which is root 3 minus 6 divided by h. So we want to carry out my calculation. I firstly want to make my numerator look simpler. It is minus root 3 minus minus, it's plus 6. So those two terms are the same. They're going to be cancelled. So my problem becomes root of 3 plus h minus root 3 divided by h. If you take a quick look, if h approaches 0, it's clearly 0 over 0 type. So I want to make my problem simpler and being able to factor it. So I'm going to multiply the conjugate structure, and then I multiply this as well, so I don't really change my problem. We said in class that we are going to simplify it by multiplying the two pieces together. So I'm going to multiply those two together. It's a minus b times a plus b structure, so it's a squared minus b squared. So the numerator we're going to end up with is root of 3 plus h squared, hence 3 plus h, minus root of 3 squared, hence 3. My denominator, I have that term simply because I want to make my numerator look simpler, so there's really no need to make your denominator factored, FOILed out. So I'm just going to keep the way it is. So my numerator, after simplification, 3 plus h minus 3 gives me h. Denominator, what's the problem here? The denominator is h, and then root of 3 plus h plus root 3. Clearly, that's the same term that's factored out. So it canceled out. So I have 1 left on the top. So it's 1 over root of 3 plus 0 plus root 3. So it's 1 over 2 root 3. Well, different view might have different version of the problem. But for my particular case, this is my final answer. Hopefully this helps you to address your version of